If you were wondering what type of properties are on the west side of Colorado Springs and where the good ones are in West Colorado Springs, this is the perfect video that we're going to walk you through a property on the west side of Colorado Springs. This one does need quite a bit of work done to it, and it's listed at $435,000, but you're going to see where the value is in the property, where it can be added, and some cool things that can be done to this property because it is also a short-term rental eligible property. And I will explain to you at the very end what it means to qualify for a short-term rental property here in Colorado Springs, and it can also be turned into a single family home, into a house and cottage because of the zoning of this property too, which is really cool. So let's get to that property tour and stay till the end. All right, now we're going to check out this 2-bedroom, 2-bath home that's just under 2,300 square foot here in Pleasant Valley in Colorado Springs. It has a ton of space to add bedrooms and possibly even a bathroom in it, but just on the outside, a huge lot of 9,700 square foot. You have a garage and 2 parking spaces right here, and then it goes all the way around to this side. You can park on the street for more cars, and then you can probably fit about 2 to 3 cars here on this side parking area. And the roof is not brand new, but it's newer, and they are offering a 5-year roof certification on it, which basically means that a roofer guarantees that for 5 years you're not going to have any issues with it. So we're going to check out the inside here now. Now it's kind of got a funky layout. There's a tri-level, but it's not your standard tri-level. So right when you walk in, you have a front entryway landing, go up and go down. And here we have the little living area space. Carpet needs to be updated throughout the whole entire thing. We have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom right off this first level right here. This one looks better of the 2. I would still probably update it. Then over here we have 2 more bedrooms. They're not crazy big. This one's kind of on the smaller side. Definitely needs new carpet and paint. It does smell like there was a lot of, musty, like cat or dog pee around most of these areas. And there is no AC. It just has this window AC unit right here. So definitely want to see and look into AC units for the place. Typically, it would probably be around $6,000 to $8,000 for an AC unit. Since you already have the ducts, there's a duct right there for the heating. It's pretty easy to get that added after that. Over here, we do have access to the bedroom out to the deck. There's also access through the kitchen as well. Kitchen definitely needs to be remodeled. You could even knock down this wall and put like a little bar area right here to give it some more space. But I would definitely do new cabinets, new flooring here in the kitchen as well. Get some new appliances, just to make it look a lot better. This microwave is cool. I do have the same one for my refrigerator, and they do work really well. The electrical panel is right here too. If you have the money and leftover funds, I would try and update it, especially if you're going to be adding in the air conditioning unit. But I've seen better and I've seen worse, so it's kind of like a mid-tier electrical panel. Okay. And then we have access outside. Next, we're going to go upstairs. And this is a cool spot. You could keep it as this awesome game room. Got a pool table right here. Nice views out here. Can't see the mountains on anything on that side. You might be able to over there, but lots of trees around blocking the view is the big thing. Up here, it looks like it is heated through the baseboard heaters. But what you could do in this room is split it right down the middle and make bedroom over there, bedroom over here to give yourself 4 bedrooms total. But we're going to go down to the basement where you can add more bedrooms. All right, we're now here in the basement now. Here's one room, just another living space, but you could split this right down the middle, turn it into a bedroom and bedroom, or do one large bedroom, or even keep it as a living space. But I would definitely get new carpet. This is from the 80s, and it definitely needs to go. The paneling I would take off as well and put drywall. You could paint it to save some money, but it'd be good to switch it out. Popcorn ceiling, You know, it's great to take it off, but it's kind of expensive, and it's okay if you leave it. I've left mine before and haven't had any issues with it. Here's a fireplace right here, which is pretty cool. All the windows are metal windows. Not the best. It'd be great to switch them over to vinyl, but that can be quite pricey. This is the second bathroom we are going to be heading to, and flooring, definitely would replace it. Get a new vanity. Don't love this tile that's on the sidewall right here, and I would just remodel the whole thing. This is like another living space. Definitely do new carpet. I would paint and take off this, whatever this, I don't know what that is, but take that off, paint everywhere. And what you could do is split this area into a bedroom, sometimes like right down this hallway with the closet right here, a bedroom over there, and still have access over. This is where the laundry and the furnace and water heater are, right in there. But what you could do is possibly work this out and rearrange it to where you can still have the washer and dryer somewhere around here and turn that into another bathroom, which would give you 3 bathrooms, and you could have up to 7 bedrooms in here as well. Or maybe you just want 4 or 5, depending how you rearrange the thing. But lots of good options for this property on where you want to turn it into a rent by the room, just a long-term rental, or even a fix and flip if you just want to add value to it and sell it very quick. Outside we have this awesome deck. It is very sturdy. A huge yard, 9,700 lot square foot. Not much to maintain out there. Lots of rock, but a little bit of grass in the corner areas. And then over there we do have a shed on the side, but over there is more parking. You can fit 2 to 3 cars right there. You can see into your neighbors' yards, but that's honestly pretty standard for Colorado Springs. And then down here, we have separate entrances. This goes to the garage, and that goes down into that basement area that we saw. So you could even give like a private suite entrance for like mother-in-law's area. And then we have a hot tub. I would probably definitely get a new hot tub and upgrade this, but it is a sweet spot. You can put some lights and have a really cool area for a hot tub spot. Now, you're probably wondering, Tanner, you were saying that this should be a short-term rental that gets a ton of cash flow that I've heard about. How can I get that doing? How can I find one similar to this property in order to do that myself? Well, there are 2 rules that you have to follow here in Colorado Springs in order to qualify for a short-term rental permit for your property. The first one is it has to be zoned for multifamily. The typical most common ones you will see are R2, R4, R5, and C5 and C6. Those just mean multifamily or commercial zoning for that property, and then you can look through the Colorado Springs rulebook on what each zoning allows, and you can do multifamily in each of those zones, which means that you can qualify for a short-term rental permit. The second rule that you have to follow is that it must be if it's going to be non-owner occupied, meaning you are not going to be living in the property. You have to be 500 feet or more away from another non-owner occupied short-term rental. So if you are living in the property, say you have a duplex, you live on one side and short-term rent out the other, that's allowed. You can definitely do that. If you are going to be living in that or not living in that duplex, then you will need to be 500 feet away from another non-owner occupied. If there is one that is a live-in permit, then that one doesn't count. It'll have to be non-owner occupied. Now the tricky thing is that the best locations for this in Colorado Springs are on the west side and downtown, where most of the zoning allows for that, and you have good access to all the amenities of hiking, biking, Pikes Peak, all the views, food, all that great stuff. And so that's why it's most common that they are there. So it's hard to find those types of permits and properties that will allow for that. Now, this one does qualify for that, so you can get really creative adding bedrooms into it. And also, since it is zoned for multifamily, this one is zoned R2. you can add a whole entire cottage and ADU on that side parking structure that I talked about, where you could park 3 cars there. You could also put a whole property right there and just create more parking in order to turn it into a house and little side cottage. And you could do both of those properties as short-term rentals as well. Now, this one is currently listed at $435,000. If you were to buy it and fix it up, it would probably be worth somewhere around $560,000 just as the main home. Now, if you were to do a house and cottage, just doing the cottage on the side would probably be around $100,000 to build ground up. But that would also add a ton of value to the property, and most house and cottages on the west side of Colorado Springs go for around $700,000 to $750,000. So if getting all those numbers right, and maybe you have a good general contractor and good lending in order to make it all work, you can definitely find a way to turn this property or similar properties into a good BRRRR strategy, where you buy it, you fix it up, you refinance out of it, and you hold it for a short-term rental in the long run. So if that is something that you are looking to do, or even trying to find a single family home that's just a basic rental in a good area or co-living, all of that, I help people do it all the time here in Colorado Springs. So send me a message, I'll help you on your journey to find your next investment property.